What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we finally have the full information of the two brand new anniversary legend characters, being the version 4 Luffy, yes, this is the 4th Luffy legend, being Gear 4 Luffy, and Legend Nami. So in this video, we're going through every single detail about these characters. However, as me recording this video right now, we don't have the full stats of each of these characters when they are at max level or max limit break. We don't even know what their limit break abilities are. However, once you do get that information, it will be down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, so you guys can get the full details of these characters. But hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy this video, and if you guys do enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, to start off extremely strong, we're going to be starting off looking at the brand new Dex Nami character. Now, just by looking at her artwork alone, she's definitely legend worthy, and a lot of people were really shocked that this was actually her artwork. But yes, this is confirmed to be her 6-star evolved artwork of the new Legend Nami. Legend Nami is a Dex Cerebral Striker type character, and as I mentioned before, we don't have the full statistics of these characters at the moment. They will be down below in the comments once we do, but let's go ahead and get straight into her abilities, because those are the main parts that we already know. So her captain ability will go ahead and reduce everyone's cooldown by 1 at the start of the fight. Then Dex characters will get 3.75 times attack, an unconditional 3.75 times attack all the time to Dex characters. What a phenomenal start. On top of that, Dex characters will treat strength and quick orbs as beneficial. Just starting straight off, this is an amazing captain ability, but one thing that I do want to discuss is the fact that Mono Dex isn't really the best color right now. I would say Mono Dex is probably the worst color right now, but this Nami does definitely help out a lot. The fact that she does treat strength and Dex as beneficial means that Dex characters on your crew will never have a negative orb, aside from block orbs of course, so that's actually really strong. And on top of the fact that she also reduces everyone's cooldown by 1, means that you can kind of do some speed farming with this character, semi-speed farming I guess, because if you are running double Nami and you have cooldown sockets, that's 4 turn reduction just from the start of the fight, which is very, very solid. And an unconditional 3.75 is unheard of. That is just unreal. 3.75 unconditional. That's insane. That is so powerful. But as I mentioned, it's weird because Dex aren't that great right now, but at least one thing that we can take from this is the fact that V2 Shanks is going to be able to use these Dex characters really, really well, because obviously if you guys know what V2 Shanks does, V2 Shanks is a captain that needs 4 of the same color on a crew, and then everyone gets 3.5 times attack. So I do think that V2 Shanks will definitely be used on a Nami team, whether Nami be used as the captain or Shanks be used as the captain. Either one of them can, work extremely well with each other. But now let's talk about her insanely overpowered special ability. So her special ability will go ahead and start at an initial cooldown of 21, and as of me recording right now, we don't have her max cooldown. If we do, it will be down below in the comment section. And again, on top of that, she might even have a limit break cooldown reduction as well. Once again, we don't know if she has what she has for her limit break yet. She definitely has a limit break. We just don't know what she has for her limit break, but that could make her cooldown go down even lower. Starting off at 21 turns initial means her cooldown is going to be reasonably high, unless if she needs like a ton of skill ups, but I can see it maxing at around about 16 turns, maybe giving 1 or 2 cooldown reduction, 14 or 15 turn cooldown for what she does, because what she does is actually pretty bonkers. What it does is, when you activate the special, you need to have a Free Spirit, a Driven, a Cerebral, or a Powerhouse Captain. One of those classes has to be on your captain slot, and if that is happening, then she will go ahead and boost your crew's color affinity by 1.75 times and give your crew a 2 times orb boost to Free Spirit, Driven, Cerebral, and Powerhouse. So those 4 classes get the 1.75 affinity and the 2 times orbs. Wow, like just that special ability is insane, and I think that this special is one of the most powerful specials in the entire game. Yes, you do have the fact that the original 4 classes, fighter, shooter, striker, slasher, are not boosted in this special, but when you really look at it, a majority of the game's characters do have one of these 4 classes. So I really don't think it's that much of an issue. The thing that I really like about it is the fact that, you know, it boosts all the really powerful legends that we have in the game. Guys like V2 Shanks, guys like V2 Rayleigh, V2 Dofi, like all these characters now have access to this character, and that's just insane. Like when you really think about it, you know, you can run some really powerful Dex teams. You can run guys like the V2 Dofi, like I just mentioned, and V2 Rayleigh. Those 2 guys, both being Cerebral and Dex units, you can run on this Nami team. It is just, oh my god, I just can't even begin to imagine the amount of crazy damage you can get with this character alone, because this character giving you the affinity and the orb boost in one special means it frees up a lot of room on your crew for different abilities. And that's the great thing about the newer characters coming out these days, is they do so many different things that you have so much extra room on your crew for utility, and that's what makes this Nami so great. It's going to be super interesting to see what kind of Dex units are going to be coming out in the future to really support this Nami character. And, you know, one thing to also state as well is that when Treasure Mode Kizaru came out, a lot of people were crapping on him, and I don't really think he's that great, but he actually works surprisingly well with the Nami as the captain, because Kizaru, if you guys don't know, is a 1.75 attack boost for 3 turns to the color of your captain. So because Nami is Dex, Kizaru is Dex, he's going to boost Dex for 1.75 for 3 turns. And the fact that Nami will give you orb and color affinity, it just means it's the start of an amazing Dex team. And as I mentioned before, V2 Rayleigh being Dex gives you an orb boost. He does damage reduction. He's a 3 times chain multiplier. He does orb manipulation. You've got V2 Dofi, who is a Dex unit, of course, and he gives you the overkill damage, so you can go ahead and burst on 1 turn, overkill the next damage. Like, Decks are looking really good right now. I mean, we just had in the past couple months, we had the massive update with Int, how they got V2 Shanks, V2 Akainu, they had already Kai Akainu, they had Kai Kuma, they have a whole bunch of really nice, powerful Int characters, and it looks like they are kind of shifting the meta, so they're going to be going through each color and boosting each of these colors. And for the anniversary month, Dex is getting a massive boost with this brand new Legend Nami. So now that we've gone ahead and broken down this brand new Nami character, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this Nami down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on her. But now let's go ahead and talk about the more interesting character of the bunch, which is the brand new Gear 4 Legend character, Luffy. So I'd like to introduce you guys to the brand new Gear 4 Legend Luffy. So this Luffy is a quick fighter, free spirit type character, very similar to Time Skip Luffy, of course, but as I said before with the Nami, we don't know the max statistics or the limit break of this character yet, so this could further improve the characters even more. But what his captain ability does is he is a rainbow, 1.25 health, 3 times attack captain. On top of these boosts, he increases the chance of landing a strength, quick, or Psi Orb on your crew. On top of that, he will also slightly increase the chances of recovery orbs appearing, and that's actually pretty key, and we'll be going through that in a little bit. And on top of that, he makes all quick orbs beneficial to all characters. I love this, and the fact that he's a rainbow captain is great, and you can see here that he's only a 3x multiplier. However, the thing about Luffy is that he has a captain action, and this captain action is probably one of the most unique things we've seen in the game thus far. It allows Luffy to change his Gear 4 transformations. So we'll be going through his Gear 4 transformations in a little bit once we go through this man's special ability. So now let's talk about the Gear 4 special ability. It starts off at an initial 19 turn cooldown. As mentioned, we don't know if he has a limit break that reduces his cooldown. That would be awesome if he did. If not, it's cool, but if I had to guess, I would say it'd probably max around 14 turns. You know, just on average, you'd say about 5 skill ups you need for a legend these days. But what it does, it will do typeless damage to all enemies, so it does a large amount of AoE damage. It is unstated right now how much AoE damage it is, but we can judge because it is a Gear 4 unit that he is going to be doing a lot of damage to all enemies, which is fantastic. On top of this, for 1 turn, he boosts all characters' attack by 2 times. Like, just flat out, every character will get 2 times attack when you use his special. That's just amazing. That is so goddamn good. On top of that, for 3 turns, he treats recovery and tandem as beneficial. And if he is your captain, or your friend captain, or guest captain, if he is basically in the top row, he will transform into Gear 4. However, if you have consumed 10 recovery orbs or more during your adventure, he will transform into Gear 4th Tankman. So the Tankman transformation is actually one of the coolest things that they've put into this game so far. You have to eat a certain amount of recovery orbs, you get to transform into Tankman. That is great. But what does it actually mean? Why would you want to transform into Tankman? So let's go ahead and talk about his captain action and the way that it works. So the way that he does this is he will start off initially in the Gear 2nd Luffy state. Then, when you activate his Gear Power transformation, he will transform into Gear 3rd, and the Captain ability for Gear 3rd will boost HP by 1.25, which is the exact same. Then on top of that, he increases the rate of Strength, Quick, Psi, and Meat Orbs by a large amount, which is like normal, and then he'll also treat Strength Orbs as beneficial for this team, which is a little bit different from last time. The regular Luffy's Captain ability would treat Quick as beneficial, however his Gear 3rd counterpart is going to treat Strength as beneficial. Now, on top of this, after hitting 2 perfects in a row, he boosts the attack of every other unit by 3.5 times. So you don't get any attack boost for the first 2 characters, but after hitting 2 perfects, you'll then go to a 3.5 times attack multiplier. That is with Gear 3 Luffy. Now, as I mentioned before, you start off at Gear 2, and then you'll go to Gear 3 when you activate his Captain action. One thing about this Luffy that is very special only to this Luffy is the fact that there is a thing in this game called a Gear Power. The Gear Power is exclusive to this specific Luffy character, and the way that you achieve Gear Power is by hitting a perfect with the Luffy character. Every time you hit a perfect, you are adding 1 hit to the Gear Power, and I believe it maxes at 8 Gear Power. That's what it said on the specific screenshot image of the new Luffy character. And once your Gear Power reaches the max level at level 8, you will go ahead and have the ability to transform into Gear 4th when you activate the Captain action. The Gear 4th Captain action Captain ability will boost the attack of all characters by 4 times, as well as doing what was said before with the 1.25 health boost. Then those 3 rated up orbs in Strength, Quick, and Psi are treated as beneficial to your entire crew, and he reduces damage taken by 20%. However, something to note about this as well is the fact that when you actually go ahead and become the Gear 4 Bounce Man state, you're actually going to be going ahead and losing 3 Gear Power every time you attack with a character, and when you reach Gear Power 0, you're going to revert back to your base multiplier of 3x multiplier, and only Quick Orbs are beneficial and such like that. However, as we mentioned with the special ability, there is a chance for you to become Gear 4 Tankman, and the way that you become Tankman is to have you eat 10 meat orbs through your entire run, and when you activate the special ability of this character and you have the Captain action, you can transform into Gear 4 Tankman. And this Gear 4 Tankman Captain ability will boost all HP by 1.25 like before, 4 times attack to your crew, and this character, so whichever Luffy is the Tankman, he will go ahead and boost his own attack by 4.25. Then also, like before, Strength, Quick, and Psi orbs are treated as beneficial for your crew with an increased rate, and you reduce damage taken by 50%. So you're getting a lot more damage output, and you're also getting a lot more damage reduction, and this does stack. So if both of your Luffys are becoming Tankman, it is 50% damage reduction multiplied by a 50% damage reduction. And this is the same as before. Once you hit Gear Power 0, you will revert back to the Gear 2nd Luffy state. So overall, it might seem confusing at the very start, but this character is very powerful, giving you up to a 4.25 attack for himself, 4x multiplier for your crew. But the thing is that he only gets that for basically 1 turn. And for the most part, you are only going to be getting a 3 times multiplier. If you do become Gear 3, which is a little easier to achieve, you can get up to a 3.5 times multiplier. But I think the really key thing about this Luffy is the fact that he is actually a Rainbow Captain overall, which is quite good. I mean, you literally use any character that you want on this team, and Luffy being the type booster by himself means that you don't have to bring a specific class-based team for the most part, as Luffy is just a universal 2x attack multiplier, meaning you only really need to bring an orb booster. Color affinity can help as well. This guy is very powerful. I'm not too sure at this current stage where in the tier list he would sit. He's very high on the tier list, I would guess. but once we get the full information of this character, and once people pull him, and once people get to use this character, we'll be able to fully determine where these characters will be sitting on the tier list. But overall, I think these characters are very powerful. I do really wish though that these weren't the anniversary legends. I think that these characters would have been a lot more hype if they didn't come out for the anniversary. Personally, I've already mentioned this on stream a couple of times. I would have preferred if the anniversary legend was the, Big Mom Pirates. It didn't have to specifically be Big Mom or Katakuri. Just Big Mom Pirates in general, in my opinion, would have been a lot more hype to have for the anniversary. But either way, you cannot deny the absolute power of the new Gear 4 Luffy and the brand new Nami legend characters. So I hope you guys did enjoy the breakdown of these two brand new legends. If you guys did enjoy them, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to go ahead and stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.